Aaron Burke.
Hello.
My friend, actor, inspiration.
Oh.
What were you just thinking about with our 20 seconds of silence?
Man, I was thinking of like, my life is lit as fuck, bro. It is so lit. I am ridiculously blessed and grateful for all the manifestations that's happening in my life. And for me to know that what I've gone through to get to this point, and I'm not just talking career-wise, bro. I'm talking relationship-wise, family-wise. I'm talking about personally.
Yeah.
You know, so often we like climb this ladder, trying to get to the top, getting to the top. Just now, in that beautiful 20 seconds you gave me, I stopped and I looked down like, what the fuck? Look how far I've gotten up here.
Climbing a ladder, when you realize that where you are, you're already at a spot. You're already at what could be a top. Like there's so many tops.
There's so many tops.
And there's also never that perfect place. Mm-mm. You're already there.
It exists right now.
It does.
Heaven on earth.
You're going somewhere. You're going somewhere great. But you're also, if you can understand that there's an appreciation to be had at this moment, then that's good too. When did this click with you?
When did it click?
When did feeling lit? When did feeling like you were manifesting, like your present was the future that you were dreaming about? When did that start?
I'll tell you, bro.
Yeah.
Read this amazing book. Feel Free to Prosper, Marilyn Jeanette. An amazing, if you guys get everybody, if you listen to it, watching it, whatever, get this goddamn book. Yeah. And I hope to meet this woman. It's this beautiful book that goes on in this overall essence of who you are, where you should be, and, you know, no different than many other self-help books. But then she hits this one specific chapter, gratitude. Gratitude. Brad, would you entertain me right now for a wonderful exercise I'd like to perform right now? You down?
I'm here.
This is not planned?
I'm here to exercise.
Great. Right now, Brad, I want you to think of, you know, what do you want to use? Relationships or work? Which one? Let's use work. Yeah. Perfect. I want you to think of work. Brad, we're being vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
Right now, give me the top 3 things that get on your motherfucking nerves. Your fucking nerves about work, bro. Mm-hmm. Get on your nerves. Number one. Keep it real. Vulnerable.
I have made the choice to be an actor, but I am completely at the whim. Feels like completely at the whim of other people noticing me.
You're at the whim of other people noticing you.
Yes.
You're at their...
I don't feel as in control.
You don't feel as in control. Yes. Okay, that's number one. Number 2.
The amount of distraction I allow to take me away from my path.
Okay.
And I blame a lot on distraction.
So you're out of control.
Out of control.
And then...
distracted.
Now you're easily distracted. Right here. Number 3, bro.
Number 3.
Last one. Gets on your fucking nerves about this goddamn...
When people do not look out for other people.
Wow.
People helping people. Let's reach down a little bit.
Let's reach down. Let's create together. Why don't we partner together? Yep. You know where you are. You know what I obtain. Yeah. Why can't we do this thing together?
Yeah.
So this is what, now those 3 things, you feel those things and you see how they feel inside your body.
Yeah.
Let's take a moment. Let's breathe. And let's just let it go. Now, right now, Brad, give me the top 3 things that you are so fucking grateful for had it not been for work. The top 3 things. Number 1, I'm grateful for this.
In relation to work.
In relation to work. We're talking about work.
I am grateful for having role models who are my friends.
Come on.
I am so grateful and energized looking at people's talents, their gifts, and saying, I am so proud of them, they inspire me, and they are my friend. That's number 1.
I fucking love that. Number 2.
Number 2, I love the amount of experience I have as a host and actor that I am confident in any room. Yes. I'm confident talking to any person. And I'm confident that I can handle any type of show, any type of situation.
Bro, yes, bro.
Yeah.
Yes. You're smiling now. Number 3. What's number 3?
Number 3, I love the work I've done. I'm proud of it. And when it gets recognized, it does feel good because many times I don't always feel as recognized as I think I should be.
Really?
Yeah.
And when that happens, you're like, wow.
And when it happens, I am grateful.
You're grateful.
And you're
reminded almost.
I'm reminded of how grateful I am. Also, it reminds me, and it's partially having trouble taking a compliment, because that does happen to me a lot. But I love the opportunity to say, you're telling me something nice. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to reach all the way in and tell you something about you.
And that's beautiful.
And that it's. I know it's an exchange, and I know you should be able to just take it.
All right.
But it is a nice opportunity. So.
All right. Yeah. Now we've listed the 3 things you're grateful for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a moment, just like we did.
Yeah.
Let's let it go. Now, Brad, right now in this moment, we're going to reflect on what the fuck just happened.
Mm-hmm.
There was a moment where you chose specifically to think of work with anguish, with worry, with pain. And then there was a moment where you chose to think of work with love, appreciation, validation, confidence. Did you see how you fucking puffed up, bro? With a smile. And if it's one thing that I have noticed, especially when, we study people who are more evolved, well, I won't say more evolved or, successful, but, the Steve Jobs, the Bill Gates, the Oprahs, the Michelle Obamas, I think those people are always and consistently radiating in a deep appreciation for life on every little thing.
Yeah.
And so the moment I read that and I just started, let me adapt this. Let me just try it out. Let's just fake it. Let me fake being grateful. I guess I'm thankful for my mom. I guess well, shit. I mean, I am. Had it not been for, look how I easily drop into that. It's so, I genuinely am. I'm so grateful for my mom. And whatever that vibration is, every single person that, when we are truly grateful for, that fucking feeling that we have, that is how all the shit that we are putting out there, affirming, intentions, that's how all that shit comes. So I was like, and she even, Marilyn, going back to the book, Marilyn Jeanette, shout out to my whole MJ, homegirl MJ.
You're going to meet her.
I know I will.
I'm telling you.
I know. I feel it. Are. I very much feel it. I won't, it's not going to be surprising you. I'm going to be like, yep, see, I knew this guy. She says, hey, just give it a try for 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. Like, ooh. She was like, and just like, if you're not, just ask for a refund for this book. Just give it a try for 2 weeks. Just be grateful. 5 things every single day. Just be grateful. And but be aware though, if something unexpected income specifically comes into your life, be very aware.
Yeah.
If something out of the blue, just like, boop.
Drops in
out of nowhere.
Yep.
But that's all she asked.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh wow, I like a woman who puts it to the test. Okay, like, all right, let's do it. And I did it, bro. And bro, I will never forget. This had to be around the time when, bro, it just, everything synced up. I auditioned for the role of Family Reunion around this time. And I was like, I'm just going to audition for this thing. No different than
any other audition.
Any audition. Right. But just like, I remember even going in there, just like, I'm just so grateful just to, I'm going to keep it real, bro, to just see thriving Black people around me, to see all these individuals who look like me in the city or just who are fighting for their essence. I just like fuck this role. And I'm just like so thankful just to be in the room of these people that names we will know, some names we won't, but just grateful at this point right now. And bro, I get a call back, get a producer session, and it came down to me and one other actor who I very much admire. When your idols become your rivals, you know what I mean?
That's why you know you're doing it right.
Yeah, I was just like, there's no way. And, but I stayed in it, but I'm just like grateful just to make it to this far. And I booked this amazing new Netflix show.
And it is you. It's so you.
Oh, man, thank you.
A friend of mine, Paul Isaacson, sometimes when he's directing me, he tells me to go full Gage.
Oh,
you're going full
Gage?
Warren. You're going full Warren in this role.
Yes, man. I got to go full Warren. Who else is going to do it?
Nobody else is going to do this.
What I'm saying? I got to be Warren SLB to the best of my abilities. You know what I mean? I just made that up, and I need to trademark that.
Yeah, that's good. Put it on the site. Put it on
the site?
Put it up.
TM.
Yeah. And congrats on the second season, by the way.
Thank you, man.
Netflix, yes.
Thank you, dude. Thank you.
Buddy.
It's wild to even hear this. Thank you, man.
I know.
I'm very great. Like, I am. I genuinely am, bro. Like, again, that's me looking down the ladder like, what? Bro, you know where we're at, bro.
I know. This is the thing. There's a couple things that for me have lended to a different take on auditioning. Yeah. And one of them is just self-confidence.
Yeah.
And another one is being grateful and connecting.
Yeah.
And instead of being in there to try to get a job, instead you go in. I have been going in there and going, hey, I want to connect with you, the person who's reading with me. You're not some other, and you're not you're not just a casting director. You're a person.
Come on.
I'm going to talk to you, and it has totally changed.
Stay in that, bro.
It's
Stay
perfect.
in that. it's only going to evolve. You're only going to get deeper and deeper in that shit, bro. Seriously, they feel that.
Yeah.
And the same exact thing, bro. I dropped into that gratitude of just like, look at you as a person rather as like somebody who's judging me or someone who's against me or somebody who's giving me all this pressure. Like,
or who you want something from.
Or we are doing something together, you and me in this moment, regardless if this evolves or doesn't. Like right now in this right moment.
Yeah, bud.
This is lit. Just right here. This is the only thing that matters, bro. Right now in this moment.
Well, that's all there is.
Yeah.
That's all there is.
Oh yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of Alan Watts lately. I don't know if you listen to Alan Watts.
Yeah, no.
He's
Alan Watts.
Alan Watts.
Yes, Alan Watts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Philosopher,
oh
60s
my God,
and stuff.
Yes.
And he talks about the idea that, it's a farce that past is a thing. There isn't anything. There's just now. Mm-hmm. Past happened, but it doesn't exist right now. The only thing that exists is the present. And so that's all that matters. Right. There's literally nothing else that matters. Where you're going to go, you're anxious about something, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can't project. I mean,
and where you're trying to go back to, you can't let go of.
Exactly. And letting go. He has this lovely analogy about when you see a boat in the water, you can see its wake, and the wake tells you where it's been. But the wake does not drive the ship. The ship drives the ship. The ship is where it is at any moment. The tail doesn't wag the dog. And I'm like, once I heard that, I was like, holy shit.
Bro, you know what? It's so funny that we're saying this because I found a new analogy too. It blew my mind.
Yeah.
Bro.
Get ready.
Here we go. There's a lot of butterflies out here flying, holding on to their cocoons.
It's good.
What? There are butterflies out here holding on to their cocoons.
Why? They don't need to.
No, because they remember, and they remember how it felt. Mm-hmm. That comfort when I was in that time and I was going through that hard shell, but there is a reason why you are a caterpillar and now you are a butterfly. Those are two different places to be.
Completely different
mindset.
Animals. They are not that. They have completely changed their whole cellular structure.
And for you to be the butterfly, it is like you are taking away the gratitude of these immaculate wings that you worked so hard to flap away at. Let that shit go.
Yeah, bud. This gratitude spoke to you.
Yeah.
What were you practicing anything before that? Do you? I mean, had you been meditating before that? Had you been doing anything, connected to spirit before that?
So in a way, yes. I would say that, definitely going to church. Start out there,
What kind of church we talking about?
We talking about Baptist, but then evolve. You're in LA, so it's got to be non-denomination.
Yeah.
But non-denominational, which was fine, like a Mosaic or a One Church or an Oasis, or even a Agape, which I really, really enjoyed. And these places are great places to commune and really get that good dosage of spirituality. But one thing I kept running into is that by Tuesday, why am I feeling so down? Why was that feeling now I was feeling at 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. on a Sunday morning, afternoon, that now I can't seem to get back or refresh back to here on Tuesday at 4 p.m. So I really, started looking into meditation, obviously. Start doing that a couple times, and now I'm aware of what's happening, not only within my body, but the movie that's playing in my mind and my subconscious. So that was cool. And then I just start going into, leaning more into me. I think that's kind of where I'm at right now. And where I think I'm always at is always being in a place of redefining who I am. And I guess that's how we get deeper and evolve more as humans, when we really sit in it and define who we truly are. So right now I'm just thinking of, thinking about people that I admire.
Yeah.
And their walk of life, and what are they doing? What are their habits? And I remember just Googling Tim Ferriss and how he really broke down what a morning routine and how important it is and what needs to be a part of it for you just to evolve and think better and, be quicker and stuff like that. And
what's your morning routine?
Oh, great question. I wake up first thing in the morning. I obviously go, empty myself out with
get your waist out,
get my waist out,
purge,
and then the little bit that's not. Then I go to the kitchen, hot water, lemon, a little ginger for the little bit that's not there, right?
Alkalinize your system.
Yes, get that in there. Get that in there, right? Mm-hmm. Once that's down, brush the teeth. Gotta brush the teeth down. Scrape the tongue.
Yeah. Get the acid out.
Great. I'm feeling good. Already got a smile on my face. Great. It's fresh, minty, waiting for the rest of that stuff to go down. while I take this time, I want to go sit down in this chair and write 5 things that I'm grateful for out the gate. Grateful for my mom. Grateful for the fact that I get to be on this podcast today. Grateful for the fact that I just killed it at this open mic last night.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. Again, we'll talk about it. And grateful for the fact that, hey, man, Warren, you have all this promo material in your phone, and it's just gratitude, just to seeing where you are, and you're, all this stuff. So I'll write that all down. Oh, time to go to the bathroom. Let's empty out. Now we've emptied out. We haven't touched our phone, by the way. We have not touched it.
You're staying in the pocket.
It's staying in the pocket.
In the bubble.
I let it all tank out, and you know what I'm saying? Just letting my mind run free, coming into this world what it is. Now that we are really empty, let's go sit down in our little spot. And let's take 15 minutes to automatically just meditate in it. We meditate in it, sit there. Insight timer.
I was about to ask if you use Insight timer.
Oh, yeah. I love my Insight timer.
Let's nerd out an Insight timer for a second. Do you do some background noise?
Nothing.
Just bowls?
I do
gongs?
bowls. I do gongs. I give me some hey bro. I give me some like Warren checkpoints. Like hey bro, stop, get out of there. Like
okay.
7 minutes in.
Nice.
I'm like at that 7 minutes.
Silence.
But silence.
You don't do guided stuff.
I tried it, and it's just like I'm thinking about you, and I'm getting into your life and listening to your voice. I think the purpose of just going into silence is because I live in Los Angeles, California, the 2nd largest city in America. This part is only for Warren and Warren. That's it. This is for you. We're not driving somewhere. We're not trying to get someplace. We're not trying to get this email or send this text or make sure we return this phone call. This part is only for you, not for this person. No shade to him or anybody who does guided, but like not even to this person giving this guided. This part is for you, only for you, for us to connect, because there's going to be a lot of people saying all these types of things and wanting so many things from you throughout the entire day. So take this part for you.
Because you deserve it.
Because
I didn't realize it.
Because
took me a long time. You deserve it. Everyone deserves it. It's okay.
Yes.
Give yourself permission.
Come on.
To take some time for yourself.
Yes, Brad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, that, and then so once I'm finished doing that, get out the class pass. I go to Training Mates. Shout out to Rachel. I'm there, and then by the time I come back, it's about 8:30. Now I shower off, and so 9 o'clock I'm ready to go.
So you're waking up like 6:30?
6:30.
I used to go to bed at 2 and wake up at 10, and I would be behind all day.
Yeah.
And feel anxious. Yeah. And feel like I didn't get anything done, and there were distractions and everything. I'm just behind. And now I wake up at 7:30, and I get all the same shit done. Yeah. Meditation, stay in the pocket, feed the dogs, feed the cat, talk to my lovely partner, and then make the conscious choice to look at the phone and have it not. This is something I've said a lot on the podcast, but I make the phone a tool and not a friend that I owe something to.
All right. Tweet it. You know where I'm fucking up, though? You know where I'm fucking up?
Where?
I don't have a night routine.
Huh.
You introduce that night routine.
Interesting.
You can't be fucking stopped. You introduce that like gratitude at night, making sure the dishes are washed, knowing, because last night, I'll tell you, the reason why I said this is because last night I did it. I put Brad's podcast on there. I put all these things I want to get down, and the time what I wanted to spend, instead of letting my mind spiral in the day of like, what do I need to do today?
Yeah,
I wrote it all out. I just wanted to try it. It took me like 15 minutes, bro. 15 minutes.
You have the time.
And you just write out I was so fucking productive today. Everything got done. And I wasn't like I'm not doing enough. Like, no, actually I did exactly what I'm supposed to get done today.
How do you use social media now? How do you convey yourself on social media?
Great question. Social media, I have accepted, is another world. It is another world where we all have to accept, okay? Remember in the 1920s, we're like, jazz, get that shit out of here. Jazz is not going anywhere. This sounds too fucking good, all right? Yeah. Jazz is here to stay. And now we love jazz. Well, I feel like social media is jazz of the 1920s, but it's going to evolve into where us as humans are just going to be living very strongly, as present as I am right here with you, us right here. It's going to be just like this in a social media way. So how I depict myself is that if I now have control of this, I'm going to depict my way in what feels so real, truthful, and authentic. And also, I'm the creator of this. So I really want to present myself in a good manner. And what it is if you're coming to my page, you're probably going to see a lot of promotion, things that I've done, getting ready for this red carpet and going to this event or this new show I got coming out, and me, and how I look good in this picture, right? Yeah. But I also put up these quotes because I'm thinking, if my followers, we always talking about the influencer. What the fuck are you influencing people for? So if I'm at all, I don't know if I am, but if I'm headed down that route of becoming an influencer, I actually want to be in control, like I said, of the influence. So when people come see all these pictures and all these videos, cool, but just know I want to give you this quote and just say, hey, this is something that I'm truly dealing with. Don't let this red carpet, or don't let this fact that I'm on these shows or whatever fool you. I'm still dealing with anxiety. I'm still thinking about my ex. I'm still trying to figure out if like being here is still a good idea, or if I should leave, and why am I still not married, and like, oh my God, I'm comparing myself to so many different people on this platform. Are you doing the same thing? And just having that open dialogue, because I'm all about, I'm a giver, man. I'm, as they say, Libras, I guess, are givers. Like, I'm very much a giver. So if you're coming here just to give me all these likes and all these praise, I want to give you something. Yeah. Take this quote.
Added value.
Added value.
Yes.
That's it. So that's kind of what my IG looks like.
And is it, I mean, and
at Warren S.L. Burke.
Yes. Check it out. I mean, I'm frequently inspired. I think your stories are incredible.
Thank you.
And maybe you run into this. When you started posting this stuff, there was a part of me that was like, he's doing that fake it till you make it, that I'm going to put out a lot of positive energy so that it comes back.
Yeah.
And I was probably a little bit cynical about it.
Really?
And I'm sure there probably are people in your life who are.
100%. I already know them, bro.
Okay.
Don't you worry.
Tell me about how you deal with that. Because number one, I'm not like that anymore at all.
No, bro.
When I love this. When the switch flipped and I realized to be grateful and understood that what you were doing was actually what was in my heart, and now what I'm doing with this whole podcast and this project, I was like, oh God, this is my friend. This is my community. Bro, you are, yes. I see you. Bro. But there's that shadow where you go, well, what are my friends going to think of this? Mm-hmm. Are they going to think I'm going crazy? Are they going to think that my positivity is fake? Yeah. And are they going to be dismissive of me?
Right.
And you have to ignore it. But how do you deal with that? How often do you deal with that? Do you have friends who you've discussed this with?
Wow, I do now.
Yeah,
you, bro. Bro, I've identified that I am the light. I am the joy. I only want to radiate in this high level of pure peace, a pure wealth, abundance. Because this shit is amazing. What's happening on the inside of my body, bro. And I know a lot of people will take this initially as a certain way. Or it's whatever, and it's only because I feel they hadn't reached that part in their life yet to accept it, which is okay. And for me personally, bro, when I put that shit up, bro, I can't tell you how much I genuinely am dealing with that. How I deal with it though, man. It's like, I remember, I'll never forget, I had an ex-girlfriend, and I have an ex-girlfriend, my ex from ages ago, was like, hey, I volunteer with Big Brothers Big Sister, and I just signed up, and she was like, hey, did you sign up with Big Brothers Big Sister? So like, later on down in your life when you become an actor, that'll look like really cool. She literally said that because she was working in PR and everything. So she was coming with that background. I was like, no, like what? I wasn't even thinking that. Like, how's that even a ploy? What would I say? How could I mark? Like, I was a big brother. Look at me. Like, no, it's just genuinely, I want to give like that. And that's how I've always been. And, this is a dark world, bro. It is a dark world. And it is when you feel it and you have the responsibility, like creating a podcast / show where you can just find ways to just shine this light to even more masses, bro, do that shit. Mm-hmm. And so all of the places that we've been, some improv spaces and, that radiate in a dark light, I feel that it is necessary that, like, I'm sorry, we have to shine, man.
Yeah.
Because it is so easy to go to that darkness and be cynical with you. Misery loves company. What does happiness love? We don't know because we ain't seen a lot of it yet.
Mm-hmm. You are being the change you want to see in this world.
Hell yeah. Yes.
You are.
Exactly. Mahatma Gandhi.
Yes. Gandhi.
I'm being the goddamn change I want to see in this
pretty
world.
Pretty good guy. Pretty smart guy.
I think he's lit. I think he's lit as fuck. Lit AF, man.
Pretty lit guy.
I fuck with Gandhi, bro. You know what I mean?
Yes.
From even like how, I get, yeah.
What's funny, too, I think what makes people probably turn on that sort of energy, that sort of attitude, is because they feel like you have something they don't have. Right? And it's the same thing with spirituality.
Go off.
When people become cynical about it, become skeptical about it, I get it, and I love you for it, and I don't want to push it on anyone. But I also understand, like, when people get shitty about positive things, it's because they're feeling removed when we don't have anything other people don't have.
Yeah, it's
just. I am seeing this and I'm sharing it, and love feels good.
Yeah,
and connection and community feel good.
Yep.
And you can't deny that. Right. So let's talk about that. Let's feel that together because we're here, and maybe you'll start feeling it too, because it's the abundance thing.
You know what I mean?
Before I started this,
talk to me.
My big problem was reaching down in the well and feeling like I just didn't have it. I didn't have what it took.
Really?
I didn't have what it took. I didn't have the drive. I didn't
talk about this
have
before,
it.
Bro. Yes.
That's where this all comes from. And the great thing about love is it's in a lot of muck sometimes, but you have it. Mm-hmm. And if you're listening, if you're watching right now and you don't believe me, you do, because you've had it before.
Yeah.
There's no way that you have not been emanating light sometime in your life.
Yeah.
And so it's just about talking about it, opening up, and connecting with it, and then and saying that I am powerful.
See that, and
I am abundant.
But see, this is the thing, and this is what I think people have to understand, is that it is a journey, and you have to be willing to take the journey. You have to be like, you got to pack your fucking bags. You got to put that shit to the side. You can't travel with this weed and this alcohol, or, with this drama or whatever. You got to just be like, hey, we're about to go on this journey.
Yeah.
Where I'm going to get deeper within myself. I want to know what the fuck is down there. Why did I go off like that? Or how did I just start crying out of nowhere? And like, you know what? This is stupid, but like, why did I really crack up like about that stuff, but nobody else laughs about that? Like, what is that about? Let me go deep diving into who the fuck I am. And I swear to God, that is where all the fucking sparkles and diamonds are. And so it is connecting with yourself. But once you start getting on that journey and start making those footsteps, bro, the things that you find, and you just like, you stop comparing yourself. Yes. And I think when people look in there like, hey, he's getting better with them, you know what I'm saying? Like, how is he has less fear and more willing? Because it's like, I've analyzed what fear is within me. The fear that's within me may not be within you. It may be something totally different. Therefore, seeing that I know what this fear is, I'm sorry, but I want to help you into like seeing like, go look in the fear. I don't know what that cabinet looks like, but look in that shit and, bro, I don't know.
Yeah, the comparison thing is insane because yes, we're all on your own journey. This is a lovely thing that I forget who told me this, but if you look at somebody on Instagram, and you say, boy, I wish I had what they had. I wish I had their followers. I wish I had their life. If that were to be true, you would have to give up every single good thing that you've ever experienced for their life.
Right.
Not only you're bad, not only you're lacking, but everything you love, every person you love, you would have to give all of that up. Do you really want to do that? And if you do, boy, I am sending you love right now, because that does happen too, and that's deep depression. But I think a lot of people would say, no, I don't want to give up my family, my friends, and my experiences. I would just like something else. Well, it's like, okay, well, you have no clue what's going on in anybody else's mind.
Yeah.
And so honoring them is the only thing you can do. Yeah. Respecting them, empathizing with them.
Yeah.
And not generalizing.
Right. Yeah. Like, and just celebrating them. It's just celebrating them, because you got to understand, like, think about it. Just really think about it. There's certain pages. There's like billions of pages on Instagram, but there are only a selected few that you look at every single day. That just a selected few that go through, your cycle or whatever. So you got to realize, like, for you to just, no different than like if you bump into somebody and that person ends up being a longtime friend or a romantic partner, you got to understand that for you just to merely be looking at this right now is enough proof to say that it is possible for you. Period. That you deserve this, that for you just to merely be following me, know that you're headed in the right goddamn direction. Right? Right? So you can have this for yourself. Yes. Clearly you must, if you like that, or if you're still watching it and still following, just keep following. And so exactly where you want to go.
So you do see more of the positive of social media.
Oh, I do. I see where it can be very dangerous, and there is a dark pit there. But I think that as we move forward, especially with because right when it happened, when it was really, popping or whatever, people were doing all sorts of shit, just saying whatever they could, and just being rude all over the place. It's just the internet. It doesn't matter.
Flexing a new muscle,
right?
Yeah.
But what it was is that we were becoming more expressive, and now that expression in social media has sometimes leaked into, in reality, to where we feel better just saying whatever and being more vocal. So certain things that we were sensitive with, definitely sensitive with, and nobody was calling it out before. I think people are really much more up on it now. They're a little bit more, I guess I would say, rules, so to speak, a little bit, because it's hey, why are you being rude on this person? We know what you're doing. You're being an internet troll. That was a thing of the past, okay? There are no more Perez Hiltons. You're just being a dick, all right?
and people get called out. And it's good.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I think there is much positive to it. I think it's a great platform for, like I said, if you want to truly have a better life, have more money, have, this marriage or whatever, you have the ability to create it. And social media is enough proof where you can just go to a blueprint. So I can post this and I can post that. And I mean, if they're seeing me like this, I need to start telling myself that I'm seeing myself like that. I mean, even, how about this? Even before I even post this post of me in this car, I need to already smell it. I need to know what that air freshener I'm going to hang in my rear view. I need to know exactly the wheel height and tire and the thread count of my supple leather. See, I need to know all that shit before I put, because I want to feel that if I really want this, if I genuinely, it's not, and I know that's on a materialistic level, but it's just for game show, to show you that you can fucking do this and you deserve it for your fucking life, man. It's possible, bro. I swear to God. Staying in a state of gratitude, loving on it, manifesting on it, sitting on it, letting it ride in you. It's here, bro.
What is your greatest gift?
Greatest gift? Can we talk about it? Do you want to talk? Yeah. 2009. I'm living in Des Moines, Iowa. I'm working a corporate job. I've just gotten out of college. Got this great job with Gannett Incorporated, and I'm working at the Des Moines Register, which is the paper there, as an account executive. Things are going great, selling-wise. I got Gatorade and McDonald's, but, I can tell you how I felt, but instead I'll just tell you certain key elements. The fluorescent lights, the cake in the break room, the office rumors, the cubicles, oh my God, so here we're going to get snow every fucking day. Do you feel it? All right, you feel it.
Been there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that was eating away at my soul. And I remember saying that I felt like I was in jail and the bars were made of money. So I need to find a way to really get out of this for my soul. I started going to church, started meditating, doing all these different spiritual things. And I remember at church specifically, the pastor was like, the Bible got promises. It's promises in the Bible. They're all promises. And I don't know why they hit hard so hard for me. So I was like, all right, God, fuck it. Bro, talk to me, man. Is promises right? It's promises, bro. Bro, God, promises, fuck it. Walk by faith, not by sight. You tell me what the fuck I'm supposed to do in my life, I'll do it. No hesitation, not going to consult. I'll do it. I start going through everything. I'm noticing things. Oh my God, Warren, come on over. This party's dull. And I was like, man, people get paid to do this, Or watching The Office, one of my favorite shows. And so it's like, oh my God, wouldn't it be funny if Jim and Pam end up together or doing something at the end, and it would happen? I'd be like, what? How did I know that? I knew that was gonna happen. How did I know that? This is my first time watching it. Being so excited. And bro, I'll never forget the kicker, bro. I was sitting at my desk at the Des Moines Register on Facebook. My friend Dion, she was in law school at the time, and she did something in LA for debate club or something. She wrote this post. She said, just got off a plane from LA, about to be a big time actress. Psych. Y'all know I could never do that. Ha 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 ha. And I was just like, no, what? No. What the? No. That's stupid. That's so dumb. No, I'm not going to be a fucking actor. And bro, I left the parking lot saying no.
Yeah,
no.
I'm
at
you're
home
calming
watching TV
down
like, no.
your fucking spirit.
No, that's so dumb. I'm like laying in my bed and I'm like, no. What the no?
Shut up. Stop saying that. I should be an actor.
Exactly. Stop. I go to fucking the next day. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just Google. Let me Google acting schools. And what kept coming up was the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. There's one in New York and there's also one in Los Angeles. And I saw the one in New York. It had 5 open auditions. And I was already going to live on the East Coast because Gannett Incorporated, the company I'm working for, is located in McLean, Virginia. So I thought 10 minutes outside of DC, I was already telling people, but they shipped me to Des Moines. But then I saw that there's only one audition left in Los Angeles, California. And I had remembered reading a quote earlier in the week saying, if you want to do something that you've never done, you got to go someplace you've never gone. And I ain't never been to LA a day in my life. So, bro, I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, what am I doing? What does it say? You got to prepare a contemporary monologue and a classical monologue? Fuck. I mean, I can do that. I can do some monologues. Let me just see some monologues. And I chose Brutus from Julius Caesar. And this amazing monologue by this African-American playwright by the name of, I forgot his last name, but Leroy. And he wrote The Dutchman. I know somebody's going to Google it. It's called The Dutchman. And it is so amazing. He's like the Scottie Pippen of the area. Obviously, August Wilson. But like, no, this Leroy, like he was the solid Scottie Pippen. Like he's great. And he wrote this beautiful play about, this man, this black man, he gets on in the 1950s, he gets on this train and there's this white woman, she's wearing red lipstick and she has blonde hair and she's wearing a red dress and she's just over there talking like, hey, how's it going? And he's like, no, I don't want to talk. And he's just like, well, why don't you want to talk to me? And she starts eating like a red apple, just very red, like, showing off this like kind of devilish kind of essence. And, she's just egging him on, like trying to get him to talk. And like, they have like certain dialogue. And I think she calls him out of his name a little bit and he looks over or whatever. And finally, she like, well, just talk to me or whatever. And he just goes off. He's like, what do you mean? And this is the monologue of like, do you know what it's like being a black man in America? The microaggressions that like, but I know that everybody's looking at me. And it's a whole train of people. And they're just like not looking until he gets up. And then she yells and she's like, oh my God, get him off me. And so all these men get this black man. He's like, get off me. Throw him off the train. And he dies. And the play ends with another black man coming on and her saying, hey, how's it going? And it ends. And so
purgatory.
It's intense. So I decided I decided to do these things. I take a sick day on Friday. I take a cab. This is before Ubers. Fucking $65 from fucking LAX. I know, 2009. All the way to this Motel 6 in Hollywood. I'll never forget Tequila is whatever that is on Hollywood Boulevard. That was my very first restaurant I ever ate. Woke up the next day. I'm pacing around the Motel 6 with my paper in the hand. I'm like, okay, cool. I check out, take my bags, because I'm not going to pay for another fucking taxi. I roll my bags all the way to the American Academy of Dramatic Art. I'm here.
Is that on Santa Monica?
On the Long Prix and La Brea. Yeah. Right across from Jim Henson Studios.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That big orange building. And so I was like, go in, and it's like 2 other dudes who's waiting, and I'm so fucking nervous. I got this fucking luggage, and bro, yeah, bro, it's time for me to go in. And they had like 3 judges right there. And I'm shaking, bro. And I just remember, man, I went there and I just like blacked out. But all I remember is crying profusely. And then I went to the bathroom and I couldn't stop crying. I just I want this to work. I want this to work so bad because this is for me. I decided to do this for me. No one else, in that space, Doug. It was when you do so much for so many people for so long, and that day when you decide to do something for only and solely yourself, it is a magical day. I got back on that plane, bro, and I came back Sunday night, just like, what the fuck happened? What happened? And then I went back to work, and I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything for the next day or the next week, not for the next 3 weeks or 4 weeks. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. But this thing is going through my mind every goddamn day, every day, that what just happened. So now it's Thanksgiving. I go on home, and I walk in. My mom said, you got all this mail here. I'm just like, oh, yeah. I forgot that I didn't put that Iowa address on there because I knew that that's a temporary address. I wasn't going to be there. I put the home address in Chicago on there. So I was like, wow, I totally forgot about that part. I'm over here fucking worried about the monologue. I totally forgot about the financial aid and all that stuff. So keep in mind, this school to go there is $22,000. This tuition at this time, $22,000. So
per year.
Per year.
Yeah.
Per year to go here. So I get the mail. I open it up. It's like, whoa, please call us urgently. That was the first one. I call. It's Jorge. I'll never forget. It's like, Mr. Burke, oh my gosh, thank you for calling us back, man. We've been trying to get in touch with you, man. Where you been or whatever. I was like, well, you know, and then hit me up.
They didn't have your phone number?
They didn't have my phone number. That's what I said. I swear to God. No email. I was like, why are you hitting me? I was like, man, I'm so glad I did. I guess I wanted to wait a little bit because we were trying to get the finalized things for, I guess, some grants that I was able for, due to the fact that I was a minority, due to the fact that I was older than the regular age, and a few other things that came in. That $22,000 came down to $3,000.
Oh my God.
$3,000. And I was like, I was already saving up for a BMW.
Yeah, you're like, I got that.
I got $3,000 right now.
Yeah, man.
But I was like, okay, let me call you back. Hang up the phone. This is Thanksgiving. And I'm like, you know what? I'm home. Like, this is weird. Now, at this particular Thanksgiving, bro, I noticed that there was one person from every aspect of my life. When I pledged in college, my first childhood friend, my best friend from Memphis had come. He was there. It was somebody in Des Moines was there. It was just like all these different people. It was just like, oh, this is so weird. Like all these different people are here, and both sides of my family, all my dad's side and all my mom's side, they were all there. I was like, this is so weird. And you know, bro, and we all got that uncle. We all got that uncle. And to be stereotypical, and this is his real name, my uncle's name is Uncle Jerome. Uncle Jerome. Hey, nephew. Nephew. Hey, man. Like just being so drunk, smelling the scotch. Get out of here, Uncle Jerome. What? Hey, man, you need to figure out what you want to do with your life. It's like, what the fuck? Keep in mind, Uncle Jerome has been laid off by Frito-Lay, PepsiCo. He's laid off king. What you want to do with your life? He's drinking like Uncle Jerome. Well, you know, if you must know, I'm thinking about going back to school, which is technically kind of true, right? But what you want to do with your life is like, well, you know, I'm doing the thing at the paper. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, but like, nephew, you got to understand what you want to do with your life. It's like, Uncle Jerome, chill, bro. Like, I'm chill or whatever. He leaves, starts talking to somebody else, comes back. Nephew, man, come on, man. Tell me what you want to do with your life. Why are you like, he kept like grabbing, like, I'm playing with you. Like, no, but what you want to do with your life, he would not stop. I swear to God. And he remembers this too. He's just like, no, I was doing that. I was like, I was drunk, but like, I was. And like, it almost got to a point where I was getting angry. And to the part where it's like, fuck it. Everybody get around. Everybody. Okay, guys. Oh, shit. This is not going to make any sense. And I don't expect anybody to understand this or be on board with this. And the next thing I start crying, like I'm shaking a little bit. I'm seeing like all my friends and family here looking at me. And my mom, you know, she loves telling the story because I had on a pink shirt. So she was like, oh, my baby's coming out. Here it is. I knew he was gay. I knew it. But no, I'm not. No shade. Anyway, I am saying, trying this. And I said, I'm going to quit my job and pursue acting. I think in LA, I think that's what I'm supposed to do right now. It was quiet for a second. And then my cousins were the first like, my cousin about to be Denzel. Oh my God. And they hugged me, right? My parents didn't say a word to me. They didn't say a word to me all night. They were like, hey, help me with this. Or like, yeah, Mom, what? He was like, no, just help me put this out. They didn't say anything. My dad definitely didn't say anything. He's Jamaican too. He didn't say shit. So the next day I saw them both together, then hardly together. I saw them both like, hey guys, come on. You guys need to talk to me. I mean, how do you guys feel about what I just said last night? They were like, to be honest with you, Warren, you have 2 younger sisters. We can't support this. We've given you an education. You went to Tennessee State. I'm sorry, there's nothing we could do. And I was like, that was the final blow. And it was a moment I could have just been super angry or just embrace that, go upstairs, which is what I did, take a look at this fucking letter and be like, I'm doing this. Not for them, not for my sisters, not for anybody, but because I know that I have this strong light and this strong energy inside me that is not limited to my family nor my city. This is for the world. And I need to show this shit because I know that what's inside of me is only going to touch so many people. I know it. Mom comes home from Marshall's. She has 2 things. She has a English breakfast tea and an Oscar de la Renta cologne. And She was like, Warren, I got something for you. I was like, what is this? Why you got me? What the fuck? She's like, well, when you go to that acting school, you're probably going to be doing that Shakespeare and stuff. So here, this is going to help you have a good English accent, British accent when you sipping the tea. I was like, okay, oh my God. So what's this sort of, so I can smell good while I'm doing it? She was like, well, no. I want you to always remember that it was your mom who gave you your first Oscar. I was like, you mom, stop it. Oh.
What a sweetheart.
She's the best. She is. I give her such a hard time, but she knows she's the best.
And funny. And yeah, it's. I love the thing you said before about ego. If you're going to use ego, you're going to recognize your own greatness, but you're using ego to recognize if I know I'm incredible. Right. I know I love myself. I'm a fantastic soul. Mm-hmm. That means you are too.
Period.
You're recognizing yourself. You're recognizing other people.
If you've ever called anybody beautiful, amazing, man, that person's rich, man, I love their style, that means you clearly see it within yourself.
Yeah.
Enough that you can muster that up and say, I mean, the words came out of your body. Shit. They came from somewhere. Yeah. You clearly think this about you. That's beautiful.
Warren, how does your heart feel right now?
Right here, right now? Mm-hmm. I say like a solid 8 out of 10. Yeah. 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's a healthy state. It's high, but it's like, I like that 20%. That 20% of like, it humanizes me. It reminds me that like the fight or flight, or like, you know.
And there's work to be done.
It's a lot of work to be done. You know, still fighting with the demon of fear, trying to analyze this imaginary man that I've built up inside of me and breaking him down one limb at a time. I feel good. I genuinely feel good. I'm blessed, and it's beyond work, you know, and career. I'm genuinely feel good because this manifestation shit is real, bro. Mm-hmm. It really is. Call me cuckoo, hippie, I don't give a fuck. Shit is lit. It is. It's working.
Well, here's the thing. Call it crazy. Try it.
Try it. Okay.
Try it. Right. Try it for a bit, not for a couple days. Just try it for a couple weeks. Try it for 2 weeks. Try it for 2 weeks.
Try it. Try it for 2 weeks. Warren is, you know, he could be crazy, loony, like, you know, that's him. Like, sure, but you try it.
I love you, buddy.
I love you too, man. Let me just say, I don't know, before we get out, bro, I gratitude, bro. What you are doing with this podcast, with this show is not, it's about to blow the fuck up, bro. You are tapping on a very important source for all, not just people, but men in general. Men, yeah. We have to be able to be comfortable and have these conversations with one another because it starts with us. If we can balance that beautiful energy of like strong brawn in the gym and on the court and and everything, and do that at the same level of being like, bro, I genuinely love you platonically. I'm here for you if you ever need anything deeply, and express that shit. No wonder why, you know, it's called alpha male. You are a leader. You are the top. You're eminent. And bro, what you're fucking doing, how you're leading this fucking coalition is excellent, bro. I fuck with you, bro. You're my man. 5 bands.
I have been looking forward to talking with you for a long time about this stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for having
me,
man.
Too.
This is so beautiful. And shout out to this. And let's just take a moment and just right now project that intention that right now, this time, a year from now, where are we going to be? Where are we going to be? We're going to be here. We're going to be here. We're going to be here.
At the top.
At the top, baby.
At the top.
Sharing it with people. Mm-hmm. Bringing down the ladder. Showing like leaders up and coming how exactly that you need to do the same thing so we can emanate joy all across this motherfucking planet, baby.
Serving each other. Unending power. Once you serve somebody else, once you honor somebody else, that empowers you, and you can do that. And you never have to stop.
We're the reflection, baby.
Yeah.
We're the reflection.
Love it. This is so good. Thank you. Thank you for being here, buddy.
Yeah.